1100.
Gillian for Wills. He'll be back on Monday. There's some odd stories off the wire. A 48-year-old San Diego man was arraigned on a charge of felony elder abuse on the 8th of August after authorities said he got angry at his mother and set her hair on fire with a blowtorch. Deputy District Attorney Paul Greenwood said Alan Thomas Duclos. You ever notice how people all of a sudden get a third name once they're in trouble with the law? It was probably just Lee Oswald. Until he got and then it's Lee Harvey Oswald or so-and-so, like Sarah Jane Moore or Carla Faye Tucker. Remember her, the pickaxe murderess? Stab, stab, stab. Anyway, they say Alan Thomas Duclos of North Park, who is mentally unstable, lives with his 85-year-old mother. He's charged in San Diego Superior Court with physical abuse. The woman was taken to the hospital, treated and released. Duclos was released yesterday on $250,000 bail. Duclos allegedly was hammering on a wall for several hours when his mother demanded him to stop. He burst into his mother's bedroom a short while later, which led to a burglary charge, and used a blowtorch to set fire to her hair. What in the world is that? And another odd one here. From Monroeville, Ohio, people tend to do a double take when they see a woman riding a Harley-Davidson motorcycle with a monkey on her back. Pam Wallace's 30-pound passenger is Sissy, the older of her two pet macaw monkeys. Sissy is 20 years old, pretty old in monkey years, and Binky's 4. Sissy wears a custom-made motorcycle jacket and jeans when it's cold. When Wallace drives her around, she also understands simple sign language. Binky's too rambunctious to ride the motorcycle. 43-year-old Wallace said she likes answering questions when she strolls around with her pets in Monroeville, about 15 miles south of Sandusky. Animal rights groups oppose owning exotic animals as pets, and federal law bans importing monkeys for that purpose. Yeah, the biggest bunch of nonsense, isn't it? There are groups that oppose everything, and I really begin after a while to wonder if they're not just wasting their time. Now, this is just my opinion, but the folks that burn Chief Wahoo in effigy, do they have the time in the afternoon? Aren't they working? Don't they have a job to be at? I mean, if somebody said to me, let's say, for example, this week while I was filling in for Bill Wills, we have some important meeting. We're going to get together and have some protest to say that we shouldn't import monkeys. And we need you there at 7 a.m. We're going to burn a stuffed monkey in effigy. You think I got time to do that? If they said, okay, it's at noon, you can come in after work. I'm not going to some bunch of idiots standing around with signs and wasting time. That's what it is. There are certain things in life that it's worth taking the time to protest. There are certain stands and certain issues that you should take your time and stand up for. And other things are just stupid. The PETA people are just stupid. The PETA people, I know in their heart they mean well, but when they go throwing paint on people, that's bad. When they go hurting people because people might have pets, or the people that say animals in the zoo, that's bad. Seems to me that most animals in the zoo, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seems to me most animals in the zoo have it pretty good. They don't have to run and catch their food. They don't have to go out and find their food. It's given to them. They even get a bath once in a while. And they never have to worry about the lion killing the baby elephant because they're in 2 different cages. Some people just waste their time. Time check 7:50 on the big one. Time for Sky Chief Helicopter traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 10s. This traffic is a service of the ladies of Clear Channel and Southwestern Bell. Here's Rick Abel.
Free Curious George. Free Curious George. Free. And we have to do it for the children.
Aww.
271, watching it right now from the 290 spur down here to 422. Looks just Jim Dandy, buddy. 422 passing the Harper Road, headed over towards 271. It's just fine as well. I'm headed down here to check out 271 passing Broadway Forbes. We'll be down there shortly. I'm Rick Abel, Sky Chief Helicopter Traffic on News Radio WTAM 1100.
Channel 3 weather from Eileen McShay. Today, showers and thunderstorms are possible, then it'll clear out, be cooler, high of 80. I have yet to look out the palatial windows here at the radio station and see nary a whisper of rain. Tonight, clear skies, upper 50s for a low. Saturday, sunny, upper 70s. Let's look ahead even farther, shall we? Sunday, upper 70s. Currently 73 in Cleveland, 73.
The Rockers, the...
Where? This is Casey Coleman. There's a line you simply don't cross when it comes to attempts at humor, and I crossed that line. It was stupid and indefensible. I made disparaging remarks about Jewish people, and I am extremely sorry. It was not meant to be harmful. It was not intended to be mean-spirited, but offended some, and I am absolutely sick about it. It in no way, shape, or form represents represents how I feel about Jewish people. I am very sorry and apologize to all it offended on any level.
Well, let's go to the phones. 578-1100 is the phone number here. Hi, you're on the big one.
Hello.
Hi.
This is Joe. How you doing?
Great.
I just heard Casey Coleman's apology to the Jewish people aired, and I just wanted to make a quick remark. He may have made some disparaging remarks about, Jewish people, and he says that's indefensible, and he's sick about it. He also made very disparaging remarks about the people in Medina who wanted to continue the fair on schedule.
How does that tie together?
Well, I'll tell you.
He actually made one insensitive remark that he was very sorry for, and he's received disciplinary action.
I understand that, and I think the fact that he received disciplinary action was wrong. It's odd, the sensitivities that people have and what is punishable and what is not. I mean, he basically called the people in Medina insensitive to death because they had, elected to continue the fair on time. And yet one small disparaging remark about people because they happen to be Jewish. I mean, I happen to be Italian, okay? And I know more Italian jokes than most Italians do. I figure that if you're sensitive to them, there must be some truth to them. And, humor is kind of a little bit based on truth anyway, or else it wouldn't be funny. But if you're very sensitive to these remarks, it shows that basically, it shows a basic weakness, the sensitivity, and I just don't understand why he would be punished for that and not punished for what he said about the folks in Medina. I don't think that's fair to him.
Well, there are just certain things that you do not say, and if they slip out by accident, and I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to apologize for Casey. He already apologized, and believe me, I know Casey longer than just filling in for Bill Wills for a week. And Casey was truly sorry about what he said. He truly meant that. That was not just made up. That was not put on. He's truly sorry for what he said. Casey Coleman's a nice guy. I don't think he has a mean bone in his body. And if he said something that you didn't like about, and caller, I will also tell you that I said that I did not think that the fair should go on in Medina. Perhaps it should not have gone on, just in reverence for those who had passed away. That's all I'd said. Hi, Amy.
Hi. I heard Casey apologize too. I kept hearing Matheny on the radio last night saying Casey said this or Casey said that. And I like Casey Coleman a lot, and I think he's a very funny man. But what I'm wondering is, Casey has to apologize for saying something bad against the Jewish people, but Trevisano and Mahalik bash Catholics continually on their program, and I've never heard an apology for all the Catholic bashing that goes on.
Listen for your response on the air, and I'll tell you. And I don't know how else I can put this other than an example. If Mike Trevisano made a joke about black people, and Marty Allen, who's his board op, laughs, it's okay. If someone else on another, like, say, for example, if Howard Stern made a joke about Jews, he's Jewish. Who's going to complain? I mean, I had even mentioned to someone, I said, I'm part Jewish, and I did not find the comment offensive. But then again, I was pretty much so much in awe of talking to Terry Bradshaw that the comment kind of went right by. I mean, it was not a poignant, it was not a mean-spirited comment that was made. It was just a faux pas, an error in judgment. And Casey's sorry. Time now for the Wall Street Journal report. This is a service of Fred Baker, Porsche Audi.
WTAM 1100.
Let's go to the phones. This is Dave. You're on the big one.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Hey, I had a couple of... First of all...
Hey, Tiger, you're breaking up. I'll put you back on hold and come back to you. Rosalie, talk to me. Hello? Are you there, Rosalie?
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm great.
Oh, good morning. I just had to call in and say how much I've enjoyed your program this week. I listen in as I drive to work, and usually I get to work by 7:30, and then I turn the radio off until 9 o'clock. But this week I've kept it on. I've never heard you on the air before, and I think you and Rick Abel are hysterical.
Oh, we have a lot of fun together.
You're my kind of guys. I mean, you're just wonderful. I wish somebody would interview Rick Abel because he's got a wild sense of humor, and you just bounce back together. It's really a pleasure to listen to you.
I did interview Rick Abel on my program. I'm heard normally Sunday nights from 10 until midnight, and it was a I guess I was on a Saturday afternoon for some reason, and I guess I talked to him for about 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. And he ended up the conversation saying that his girlfriend just loves me to death. He wants to get together for a picnic or something.
Well, I can understand it because you two sound like you're a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed the drive into work. And as I said, usually I turn the radio off by the time I get to work, but this week I've been listening right up until 9 o'clock. And, I hope they have you on again. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind if they put you on in the mornings. Not that those other guys don't do a good job, but it's been a real pleasure. And I just had to call in and say so.
Thanks a lot, Rosalie. Okay. I appreciate it. All right.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. See, and here you thought that people, you'd think that they just would be clamoring, waiting for Bill Wills to come back. I am. All right.
WTAM 1100.
Let's talk to Indians manager Charlie Manuel. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everything down in Texas?
It's hot.
I got a question now. Why can't this team stay in first place?
I don't know. It seems like we have a hard time staying there, doesn't it? Well, right now we're tied, but at the same time, if we won yesterday, we could have a 2-game lead, but it didn't happen. And, we just got to go out there. We got 48 more games to go. We got a lot of baseball left, so we can go out there and try again today.
A lot of errors again yesterday, Charlie, and particularly the two on that one play that seemed to just allow all the runs to score.
Well, the 2 on the one play, that's kind of the base hit went up the middle, and the throw come to the plate and hit the runner. Wasn't a whole lot you can do about it.
How about Chuck Finley? Went yesterday. Your thoughts on how he fared, and you really, I would think, you have to give him a few starts to get back into a groove to where he's going to be back where he was before.
Yeah, Chuck Finley yesterday actually had pretty good stuff when he can command his pitches, and I thought he had a good curveball yesterday, and he did a good job, with his fastball, but he was a little, that's the first time he's been out in a while, but he was strong, and I thought actually he did outside that one play where they got the 3 runs, I thought he did a pretty good job.
Dave Burba also making his first appearance out of the bullpen, except for really the one pitch to Ortiz. Not a bad outing by Dave.
Dave, after Ortiz hit the home run, Dave settled in and pitched very good. I mean, he did a good job. Of course, the pitch to Ortiz was, that was a big blow in the game. But at the same time, I liked how Dave Burba pitched yesterday.
Steve Woodard will go tonight, and he's the guy that's replacing David in the rotation.
Yeah, Steve's pitched against Texas a couple times last year, and if his breaking ball and his changeup's the key to his success, and if he's getting the ball over the plate and getting it down, I think he'll do a pretty good job.
Now, you just spent 3 days indoors, and you're going to spend 3 days outdoors in the Texas heat. I guess it's hot all over the country, but, that's something that you have to contend with, especially when you're down in Texas, and the guys have to be prepared for what they're going to expect over the next 3 days.
Exactly. Texas is outside, too, so, it's pretty evened up. We'll adjust, like we always do. Baseball players, I don't know if they used to playing in the hot weather, but they've done it before, and they kind of know what it's like.
Well, thanks, Charlie, and good luck tonight.
I thank you.
Go get them.
Yeah, go get them. All right, Indians baseball tonight, 8:35 game, take on the Rangers.
Don't sleepwalk through your morning. Wake up informed with Wills, Webster, and Coleman.
It just takes a few things for some people to get excited.
Weekdays on News Radio WTAM 1100.
Time check 8:20 on the big one, where you get Sky Chief Helicopter traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 10s. This traffic, a service of Smythe Kramer and MapQuest.com. Here's Rick Abe.
All right, House, we're checking out I-90 coming in passing 306, headed for the 271 split off. It looks real good. Route 2 coming in out of Lost Nation's fine. And, man, if it links up with 90 and 2 and you get on the East Shoreway, it is zipping right along all the way to Dead Man's Curve. No sign of any grief. We're headed down to check on the wreck, 271 northbound. In the exit ramp to Chagrin, it was a car and a truck. It didn't look real serious to me, and there wasn't a cop there last time we saw it, but we'll go down and see. You get a police officer in there, people slow down to rubberneck the flashing lights. I'm Rick Abel, Sky Chief Helicopter Traffic on News Radio WTAM 1100.
Channel 3 weather from Eileen McShay. Today, showers, thunderstorms possible. High of 80 tonight. Upper 50s, clear skies. Tomorrow, sunny, upper 70s, currently 73 in Cleveland, 73.
1100.
WTAM 1100, Director of Programming Operations, Kevin Matheny.
Thursday morning on WTAM's Wills, Webster and Coleman broadcast, sportscaster Casey Coleman made an insensitive comment. You may have found it offensive and indefensible. I know I did. Mr. Coleman did not speak at the time for the ownership, staff, or management of WTAM 1100. We swiftly took decisive disciplinary action, and WTAM has Mr. Coleman's assurances that you will never again hear such a comment from him on WTAM. Our most precious relationship is our relationship with you, our listener. WTAM regrets having offended you, and I apologize. And I thank you for continuing to listen to News Radio WTAM 1100.
1100.
Rick Gilmour in for Bill Wills on the big one. Well, big stories today. Stem cell research. Are you in favor of it or are you against it? You can log on to our cyber vote at WTAM.com. Looks like 56% of you say yes, 44% of you say no. Also, what I thought was an interesting story was the idea of Mary Rose Okar throws her hat in the ring and the plain dealer doesn't see fit to do anything about it. What's up with that? I don't know. Maybe they'll cover it 3 days from now. Who knows? They don't like each other? Is that the problem? Apparently not. There's no love lost between Mary Rose Okar and the plain dealer if they see fit to not even make nary a whisper of a mention that she's thrown her hat, I almost said wig, into the ring to run for mayor of the city of Cleveland. Now, stay tuned for coverage of what in the world's happening right here on Cleveland's only news radio, WTAM 1100.
Continuing coverage on Cleveland's only news radio, WTAM 1100. A service.
Gillian for Wills on the big one. Mike Trevisano will be live at the Cleveland Sod Dealers $1 million hole-in-one shootout out at the Valley View Golf Center. The big one will be there all weekend. Come out, take a shot. You could win $1 million. $1 million. But you got to go out there and take a shot. Go out there and whack some golf balls around. Otherwise, you won't win nothing now, will you? This is a shocking story, so you may want to bear that in mind. Is the president's hard-drinking daughter also a lesbian? The National Enquirer seems to think so. On at least 2 occasions, she engaged in passionate makeout sessions with another girl as friends watched, they reported. You got to remember, this is from the National Enquirer now. Although, didn't they break the Jesse Jackson affair? So perhaps they're gaining some credibility occasionally. Publishing photos from a wild Hollywood party just a few weeks ago, the Enquirer shows Jenna wrapping her arms around 2 female friends. But the tabloid also apparently has been interviewing Jenna's former classmates. Jenna's first makeout session with a girl came at a high school senior party last year in Texas, a fellow student told the Enquirer. Remember the source. We were all pretty drunk, and the guys kept egging Jenna to make out with her good friend. The 2 of them sat on the couch and began to kiss. The guys were cheering. And anybody got a video camera? So they were tongue kissing, and it went on for quite a while. Wow. Interesting story there, huh? But then again, from the National Enquirer. Consider the source. Here's a good one. This is off the AP wires, so this we know is written in stone. If you're going to the courthouse, you might want to leave your crack at home. According to authorities in York, Pennsylvania, Dennis Widener emptied his pockets at the courthouse security desk. A film can looked suspicious to the guards, and sure enough, when they got Widener's permission to open it, they found 2 chunks of suspected crack cocaine inside. Rock crystal cocaine. At first, Widener said he didn't know anything about it, but deputies said he later admitted to smoking some crack just before coming to the courthouse. Now he faces drug charges and is being held on $2,500 bail. Well, that's the Stupid Person of the Week award there, huh? Time check 8:40 on the big one. Get you your Sky Chief helicopter traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 10s. This traffic is service of Cleats, Club Seat Grill, and MapQuest.com. Rick Abel.
Crack? What crack? What a jerk. Watching this criminal activity on 77 northbound from 480 up to the East 9 ramp. I'm talking about people running 70, 75 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour over the speed limit as they're roaring up, passing 480 and up past Fleet and headed towards the East 9 ramp. The inbound north and south, game over, bud. It's quick. Inbound Shoreway, quick. I-90 coming in from Rocky River, quick. I'm Rick Abel, Sky Chief helicopter traffic on News Radio WTAM 1100.
Now let's go over to the Channel 3 Digital Weather Center and say hi to Eileen McShay, who's not there because I...
Hello, hello.
There she is.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I'm here. We're in for a nice change this weekend. A cold front is coming through, and that's going to help us out a lot with the humidity. We're looking for a high temperature near 80. Big difference from yesterday when we hit 92. Tonight, clear and cool, lows in the upper 50s. And for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, sunshine with highs in the upper 70s on the lake. Westerly winds become northerly, 10 to 20 knots. Wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Water temp is 80. I'm Eileen McShay with your Channel 3 forecast on the Big One News Radio WTAM 1100.
Oh, Eileen.
Yes?
Since I won't be speaking to you again, have a nice weekend.
Oh, you have a great weekend.
All right, thanks.
All right, take care.
Please, the world. Listen to Bob Becker Saturday mornings from 6 to 9 a.m. here on the Big One. He had Drew Carey calling. Unsolicited. I was listening, and Drew just picked up the phone. He was in town. He had some comment he wanted to make about what the topic was, and they had a nice conversation. I listened to the entire thing. Okay, Peter Shedd, are you ready to bark at the big one? Are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, is this Peter?
Yeah.
You ready to bark at the big one to get some tickets for the Browns?
I'm ready.
Well, go for it, baby.
I'm in the roofing business.
Oh, I got it. Well, hey, have fun at the Packers game, and who made you a winner?
WTAM.
1100. And the Wills, Webster and Coleman Show. How about that? And also, if you want to get some tickets, if you do not win them, Browns single game tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. That's area code 216-241-5555 or online at Ticketmaster.com. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. Something else I wanted to sneak in real quick. Did you hear about Macy Gray? The Canton Crocodiles have invited who? The Canton Crocodiles, some little baseball team. They've invited Macy Gray to come back for a makeup performance because of what she did that sounded like this. We have that still? Get a little Macy singing in the background, just doing the National Anthem. If you cannot find it, it was simply awful. And she forgot the words and everything. And people boo, too. Listen close. Yeah, dogs barking and everything. Boo! So the Canton Crocodiles are sending an open invitation out to Macy Gray. And so am I, Macy. If you're listening within the sound of my voice, I'm having a cookout in a couple of weeks. So you can come over and choke down a wiener or slug back a hamburger and sing the National Anthem. Well, I'll let you do it whether you stink or not. And it's not in a stadium. It's in a backyard, so you won't have to worry about any echo going on. And there won't be 250 people there because I'm not buying hot dogs and hamburgers for 250 people. But you're more than welcome to come on over and just warble like the twisted, sick bird you sound like. She just really does. They must computer generate her voice for those CDs because I don't think she can sing a lick. Time check 8:50 here on the Big One. Give you Sky Chief helicopter traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 10s. This traffic a service of AT&T Wireless and American Car Care. Here's Rick Abel.
Francis Scott Key up in heaven. The guy next to him shoots him an elbow and says, "Hey, Scott, look what she's doing to your song."
You know what they call him now? Pinwheel Francis. He's spinning around in his grave.
Like a lathe.
Yep.
Watching the inbound East Shoreway, Martin Luther King, all the way to the curve. It's looking good. The West Shoreway's behaving itself. Interstate stuff, not a big deal. I'm Rick Abel, Sky Chief helicopter traffic on News Radio, WTAM 1100.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
Hey, you too, man. It was nice working with you. Hope to have an opportunity again.
Did you hear that lady call and say she thought we were hilarious?
Wasn't she nice?
Yeah, that was nice. I was thinking maybe we ought to get together and go to the Improv or something, you know?
Well, I got a 23-foot sailboat. I'll take you and your lovely bride for a ride.
I got a Mossberg 500 Bullpup 12. We can go out and shoot fish.
Shoot fish?
Yep. Blow it right out of the water.
I think that's technically illegal.
Well, maybe. I'll talk to you later.
All right, Bart, bye.
Bye-bye. Channel 3 weather from Eileen McShay. Today's showers, thunderstorms. When are they going to start? But then again, see, I forget. It's very, very early in the day yet, isn't it? It's going to be cooler and clearing out this afternoon with a high of 80. I just keep thinking about Rick Abel. Take me out in his boat and I'll shoot some fish. Why not? It's a surefire winner. Tonight, clear, upper 50s for the low. Tomorrow, plenty of sun, upper 70s. Sunday, much of the same, sunshine, upper 70s. Open them windows, just throw them open and turn that air conditioner off. It's 75 right now in Cleveland, 75.
As part of the